We Live in Public is a Sundance Film Festival winning documentary about the life of the internet pioneer Josh Harris. Josh anticipated the power of the internet and used it to make his fortune and subsequently to lose his mind.
With Quiet, I saw what surveillance could do to the human condition, and the next logical step was to experiment on myself by living in public.
He believed that in the not-so-distant future, we'd all put our lives on camera and invite everyone in to watch.
We rigged a camera inside the refrigerator, a camera in the cat box, infrared cameras in the bedroom, camera drilled up through the toilet so that you could see everything coming out.
Well, Josh Harris, who you saw there, is with me now. I mean, this is, oh, no smoking, you're not allowed to do that, they'll take the license away. Just tell us about this project Quiet, which you did round the millennium, which was, what,
Yes.
getting people to live their lives in public, effectively?
Yeah, I convinced 1,000 hardcore New York artists to live in a bunker right at the Millennium for a month, and including a machine gun range, a torture chamber, and an
Including yourself
room.
as well?
Well, I was sort of, I was masterminding, so I was manipulating them as hard as I could. Me and my fellow artists. This was a group of us.
I mean, presumably it cost you quite a lot of money.
$2 million.
And why? What was the point?
Well, somebody had to do it. It was New York City at the Millennium. There was it caught the zeitgeist. The film catches the zeitgeist of that time. Giuliani had bought 200,000 body bags, and you know, it just had to be done.
And what was your point? I mean, you had made money in the first wave of the internet, the dot-com boom.
A company I started Jupiter Communications went public. I made about $80 million bucks.
So you were just feeling that we really weren't getting what digital technology was doing to our lives, effectively.
Well, I understood it better than the average bear, and I'm actually an artist. I made the money to make these installations. So
and it also related, of course, to sort of behaviorist psychology and the sort of things which
Milgram experiment.
Stanley Milgram had done. I mean,
not that I was a licensed psychologist or anything.
Yeah, okay, but I mean, first of all, did it show that just the fact of being filmed that people behave differently?
Yeah, well, you should know that. You're in the business. Yeah, just the fact of being filmed and just the fact of they had a chance of celebrity of some sort. And I used the efficiencies of the technology.
People and all that, what they played up for the cameras, as it were.
Oh yeah, I had the hard-bitten New York art fashionistas, artists, and they'd seen some of our stuff, and we decided for the Millennium we'd take them someplace that they'd never been.
Yeah.
And so when they went into an interrogation, it was for business. It was just short of waterboarding.
And they were willing to do that, and that's in us all. If we think there's a higher
on the way in, they were willing to do it. On the way out,
and does that sort of scrutiny sort of drive you mad? Because it basically ended pretty unhappily.
Actually, the next piece where I wired the loft, I wired a loft, another $2 million adventure with a fake girlfriend. I was very interested in the relationship between. I watched the Truman Show. You had Truman and his fake wife. Well, I was the fake boyfriend, fake girlfriend. And the cameras and the...
Fake in what sense? That you hadn't genuinely met each other?
I cast her.
But physically you were real?
Well, we were emotionally entangled. But 5 years previously I cast her just to do the 3-month intensive wiring of my loft. She never knew it, though.
Yeah.
That was the key. She never knew.
And that drove you mad, did it?
I had a variety of things. I did have a complete nervous breakdown. You know, it was more than just there was the fake girlfriend. I'd lost my, I was recording everything. That moment of my life was recorded to digitally. So I lost the fake girlfriend. I lost my fortune. And then, of course, I lost my mind.
I mean, there's actually a scene where you're on the toilet and you get a phone call.
The last bastion of privacy.
Yeah, and you're being told that you've lost millions of dollars.
Yeah,
is that right?
yeah. Well,
I mean,
what's a throne room for?
Some people would say it's nothing private, or at least it's nothing sacred.
Well, no, we live in public, and I was attacking the last bastion of privacy. Now, remember, the camera was drilled up through the bottom of the loo with 2 infrared lights going out to the internet.
Yeah.
So I think I found the last spot. There was nothing
Yeah.
left after that.
I mean, do you feel? I mean, obviously you were doing this consciously,
Yes.
but do you think you were mimicking the real life which we all live now?
I was showing it in advance. We're, the whole idea that we're sort of chickens in the chicken factory. We're becoming what we eat. Our cages are becoming more and more gilded, but cages nonetheless.
Yeah. Well, you think that is the case?
Oh, definitely. I mean, every people are starting to feel it. They're locked into their.
Yeah.
It's more interesting looking at at the machine than
Yeah.
talking to someone. You ever sit and talk to someone, they rudely start.
Yeah, I think it's rude.
I think it's completely rude.
And do you?
They don't do it in Great Britain,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
They
Only
do.
in America.
They do it in
no.
Great Britain. They're just as rude in Great Britain. I think Americans are more courteous.
So we're having a rude off.
But that's another
transcontinental
discussion.
off. Okay.
I'll just consult my
Okay.
screen now.
Yeah,
Actually,
okay.
but is that why you've ended up spending part of your time in Ethiopia? Because just simply to get away, to have a private space? Or?
Well, as a fellow resident of Ethiopia, you should know that it's the oldest culture in the world, 50,000 years unconquered, and it's the last best place to enjoy humanity on the planet. And it's under attack by the forces of Western technology.
All right, and just a final question: in pursuit of your art, how much money have you got through?
Only about $45 million.
$45 million.
Yeah. But I'm working on the second fortune. I'm building the Wired City in Los Angeles, and if that works out, I'll get the.
What'll that be?
one.
That'll be people living.
It's really putting together all the elements of the film, sort of. But basically, I'm doing Big Brother for business. George Orwell was wrong. It isn't that the government is going to impose surveillance. It's that the audience is going to demand self-surveillance.
That's even more frightening, I think. Josh Harris, thank you very much indeed.